to show you how you can transfer money from one patient's case to another case, or from one patient to another patient. Say I'm transferring money to other family members' cases. The method is the same, so I'm just going to show you both. You first want to search for a patient or click on their name to bring up their snapshot. Then I'm going to click on New Transaction. We're going to use a scenario that the patient is paying today for the services. So I will hit Payment. This patient is paying in cash, so I select the cash. And then I put in the amount. Let's say this situation, I have separate cases for this patient. I have an insurance case and I have a massage case, because maybe that's the workflow of my office to have them separated. Maybe I want $50 to go towards the insurance case, maybe that's a copay. And I want $50 to go towards the massage case because I want that to cover a massage that I'm going to have down the road. In this situation, I can transfer money to different cases. So when I put in the payment amount, you want to put in the total amount of the payment, and then I'm going to hit Transfer. You can see it says Transfer to Patient. Under Search Patient, I just type the patient's name. And then I will select the case that I want to transfer money to. In this situation, I'm going to put $50. So what's going to happen is at the time that I hit Submit, a $100 payment will go on the ledger of the insurance case. But out of that payment, that credit, $50 is going to move to the massage case. So that would then leave a $50 credit on my insurance case. I've just split the payment. If I go look at the ledger, I can see here's the cash payment of $100 right here, and it says Transfer to, and they'll say the patient's name. So I just transferred from Ellen to Ellen of $50. Now if I look on the ledger of that massage case, I will see Transfer from and the patient's name and the amount of $50, and it will appear like a payment on this ledger. Now let's use the example that I need to make a payment, but I need to transfer money to other patient accounts. Maybe I need to transfer money to my children's account. I would still put the patient snapshot, New Transaction, Payment, select the payment type, put in the payment amount, Transfer. Now I'm going to search for the patient's names that I need to transfer money to. Let's say I have another child that I need to transfer money to, and hit Transfer again, and perform the same process. Once I hit Submit, what will happen is the payment of $100 will be entered. Then $25 were transferred to this patient in that case. $25 will be transferred to this patient in that case. Same thing, if I look at the ledger, it's going to show me the payment and the transfers. And then if I go to these patients' ledger, it will say Transfer from and the patient's name. Now in that situation, I was showing you how to do a transfer at the same time you're running the payment. Say I ran a payment 5 days ago for a patient. I realized I need to transfer money to the child's account. You can always just set up a transfer and transfer the money. In that situation, if it's pulling from a specific payment, I would tend to recommend backdating a transfer to the date of the original payment so that they are together on the ledger. They're like one on top of the other. It just makes more sense and it's a bit easier to read, but you don't have to backdate the payment. So you can add transfers at the time that you're taking the payment, or you can do it after the fact. Some merchant services that we integrate with allow something called a split payment, or it's the same thing. You're splitting the payment up and sending amounts to other patient ledgers, but not all merchant services allow split payments, and we don't integrate with all split payments. So if you have a merchant service that does not have split payments, or we cannot integrate with the split payments, then you can always manually set up transfers in ChiroHD through the transaction modal.